Hi, and welcome to the tutorial on how to assemble the 3D graduation box. Now, I already pre-cut the pieces from the template and I use Cricut Design Space. You will see that there are 7 pieces. So you have the base of the box, the top, the square that completes the cap, the graduation cap. This will go inside the base of the box, which hides all the little glue pieces, the tabs. And this is part of the tassel, as so is this, and this is the dot that will cover the hole for the tassel after you've inserted it in here. So let's get started, and I'll start at the base of the box itself. Let me just move all the pieces out of the way so you have a better view. Now, in the original template, you're going to see little dashes. When it's uploaded to the Design Space or to Silhouette Studio, they're going to be cut with the fine blade, and you don't want that unless you do want perforations. Now, perforations means that the fine point blade is going to actually make dots in your cardstock. And what's going to happen is that you will see those dots on the other side. They'll resemble like movie tickets where you get the 2 pieces and then they rip one once you're going into your movie. I didn't want that. I wanted my lines to stay nice and clean. So what I did is I changed the basic cut lines into score lines in Cricut Design Space. So now I just have score lines, and what I'm going to do is I will fold along these dotted lines. And so you just fold down. And you do that for every section. I am currently only using 65-pound cardstock. Reason being is that I'm not going to put anything too heavy inside the box once it's completed. If you're going to place heavier objects, like say you want to put a watch or heavy piece of jewelry, then I suggest that you use anything from 80 pounds up to 110-pound cardstock. And so I'm almost done with this part. And again, this is the base of the box. Now, once everything is folded, I just double press. You can use a bone folder to make sure that your creases are a little bit more sharp. But I am perfectly fine with this. And you can use any adhesive that you would like. You can use hot glue, double-sided tape, or white glue. For the sake of the video, I'm going to use double-sided tape. Now what's going to happen is that you are not going to glue your cap like this. You will glue your cap like so. So all these tabs here will go on the inside of the base of the box. And I'm going to put my double-sided tape on now. I've already pre-cut some strips because my double-sided tape came in on the big roll. There are different sizes of double-sided tape. This is the one I currently use. So as you can see, it's very wide. And so I just cut myself some strips of tape that I can work with in regards to putting them on the little tabs. So let me get that done. Cut that piece off. So I'm just going to do it this way. So I'll put one piece here, and I don't really need the scissors because it's very thin and I can just rip it accordingly. That's one, and here's 2, and I'll put this final piece right here. And like I said, you can use hot glue, you can use white glue, which I will use when I'm putting the top part of the cap, the flat part. I guess it's the rectangular part that the tassel sits through. For that section, I will use white glue. So let me get this piece on here. And when you're putting your glue or your double-sided tape, you don't want it to be too close to the score line. Oh, this one's sticking to my finger. And there we go. Let me take this piece off and put another piece, make it look better. There we go. I'll use this piece here. So after everything's been burnished down, I'm just going to remove the protective backing of the paper. One. So again, like I said, you can use double-sided tape, like what I'm doing here. White glue, glue stick, or hot glue. And I'm going to connect the tabs on the inside here. I'm not going to put them on the outside naturally because now the tape is there. They will go on the inside. And you're going to align it as close as you can. And just going to tuck that piece of tape in. There we go. Do this one here. As close as I can. Press that down the inside. Take this one underneath. And then the last two. Make sure that they go underneath. Like so. And one more. And then I'm going to put one piece of double-sided tape there. I just rip it off. I'm going to take off the paper. One good thing about double-sided tape is that you can fold it over itself, so I don't have to worry about it going on the inside. And there you have it. The box is done. So what I will do at the end, once I've assembled everything, to hide the flaps on the inside, this piece with some white glue or even double-sided tape will sit on the inside of my box, and then you don't see anything. Okay, so I'll leave that in there for now. I'm going to work on the top of the box, and it's the same concept. Take the top of the box, you'll see your little dashes, which will be your score lines, and you will simply fold on your score lines. Goes back up, bend, and it's not a hard project to do. They make great graduation gift boxes, party favors, just for any occasion. And they're not solely just for those graduating out of high school or out of college. They're good for the minis who are graduating from kindergarten to grade 1 and 1 to 2, vice versa. And so on, I should say. So there you go. And again, I'm not going to glue them this way. I'm gluing them this way. And so once again, I'm going to put my double-sided tape on. One here. And two more. You can get your double-sided tape at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Amazon. Some of your Dollar Trees will have it if you're in the States, or dollar stores for us here in Canada. And it comes in different widths. I showed you mine is very big, but then you can always cut it down. So you always want to rub it down so that way when you're taking off the paper, the tape doesn't come with it. And we're almost done. And just this one little piece here. And just like before with the bottom, I'm just going to adhere all of the base parts, sorry, the tabs to the base of my cover. And you can do it, like I said, double-sided tape, glue, or hot glue. If you have a sturdy glue stick, go for it. I know Gorilla Glue probably makes one. And I want to make sure this tab stays in. Bring it here so you guys can see it better. Now we're going to go like this. And there you go. So now that is the top of the box. And this sits comfortably, with a bit of help, on top. So the next part would be, you want to make your tassel. Tassel is very simple. You have it. You're going to curl it a little bit. You're going to take your white glue. This is the one time that I will use the white glue. You'll put some along this base here, not up to where the cuts are, but just below, right here. You will roll a little bit, like I'm going to spread it out a bit. Oops, sorry about that. And I'm going to roll it a little bit. You don't have to roll it super tight. I'm going to roll till I get about halfway. Then I'm going to take this piece here. I'm going to tuck it underneath, as you can see here. And I'm going to continue rolling. As I'm rolling, I'm pushing a little bit of pressure and squeezing the part there. And there you have your tassel. So you want to hold it down for a few seconds. Then you want to grab your rectangular part. You're going to stick it into the hole here, just until it hangs off the side, like so. And then you have your graduation cap. So what I like to do is I will put another piece of double-sided tape there, right underneath, just so I know. I'll rip that piece off. Just lift that up a second. And I stick it down. So I would have my tassel from my cap. And then the cap will sit on the top of the box. I will put glue all here. You don't need to put too much if you're using a strong enough glue. And your cap is almost done. So what I do is I do turn it upside down so I can see a little bit more centered. And there we go, almost done. So once it's on there and it's somewhat centered, as you can see, I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure. Make sure I didn't slide it over too much. I'm going to take that little dot that we had from before. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that. Not too much, because you don't want it sticking out the sides. And just put it up here. And there you have your graduation cap. So you make sure you put a little bit of pressure so that it will stick. And there you have your graduation cap box. Very simple. So I thank you very much for watching my video. I hope that it was informative and that it will help you make your own graduation cap boxes. So I just want to make sure it's pressed down a bit more. You can take off the glue that's there. I'll dry clear anyways. And there you have it. So happy crafting!